Ryan, a 1-0 defeat today against Dunbar United. How do you sum up the boys' performance today?
I thought we were horrendous the first half. I think coming at 1-0, I think we got what we deserved. I thought they were by far the better team. And the thing that annoys me is the second half we've kept them pinned in their own half, wave after wave to attack. Missed a penalty, missed a few right good chances, but the damage was done the sort of first half. The annoying thing is we sort of the first 7 games of the season we have 1 win out of 7, and our last 8 it looked like we turned the corner. We were 6 wins out of 8, 6 wins out of 8, so basically the consistency was there. And then it was like I said that to him at the start of the game. Right now he's won 6 out of 8 games. You're on a run, well done. And it's like they started to believe it. It's like they started to believe everything they've done the previous 8 games. It's like they started to believe that they arrived. And the first half was just everything against what we spoke about, what we worked on Thursday. For a pitch that's in this time of year, heavy rain, the pitch is heavy. There should be no point in a game where the team should be getting the ball down past it through us. We let them pick passes because we were so deep. Our lines were just so far away from each other. There was no real shape, and that's annoying because nothing's changed from the previous weeks. We worked on it on Thursday, and that's the part that's frustrating. That like the sort of instructions that we're sort of giving them, it's sort of like pick and choose when I can do it. Because the second half was night and day. The only bad thing about the second half is we never put the ball in the net. That was the only bad thing about the second half. Like I say, we've had a penalty, we've missed it, the rebound we should score, and the amount of other chances. I mean, the last few minutes we've had a couple of balls being squared and we should put the ball in the net, and they've got boys throwing themselves at the ball. So that's hard to take, because I think if they'd won the day they would have jumped up at least one place. Now Dunbar have leapfrogged us. So I says to him, you have basically went from the first 7 games of the season to the next 8, putting yourself in a position. But if you want to break that 6 to get into that group, it needs to become 7 out of 9, 8 out of 10. You need to go on a run. So we can't yo-yo between 10th and 6th. If you really want to kick on, you need to do it every single game, every single training session. And I just thought the first 45 minutes we were very passive, we were soft, never kept the ball. It just looked like nothing. It just looked like we were out for a jog, like let's just get the remainder of this calendar year out of the way and we'll kick on. But no, we're not having that. It's frustrating. It is really frustrating. And a big incident in the first half is when Niles had to come off. It's a shocker. I mean, in the lad's defence, I don't think he's got that in him. He's not meant to hurt the boy, but he has. He's a big straight leg, studs right in the knee. He's had to go to the hospital because he can't move. The referees went over at the time. He's looked at his leg, his knees opened up. He's basically heard them say he's went with studs, and he gives him a yellow card. And I try and speak to the referee at half time. I says, "Can you explain why?" He doesn't even speak to me, and I get a yellow card for it. And all I asked was why. So that's the consistencies at this level. It's no great, and it's frustrating. But I mean, that decision never cost us the game. The second half, we had plenty of chances to put the ball in the net, but we've not done it. So again, we go into next week's game against Bo'ness, which is massive. I mean, and that's credit to the lads, because the last time we played Bo'ness and they beat us, they stretched a gap on us. Going into that next week's game, we've closed the gap right on them. But we could have went into next week's game ahead of them, but we gave ourselves an uphill challenge again. We can't keep going there and there and there and there. We need to start finding consistency constantly for a decent length of time. So, like I said, Bo'ness next week, and then we've got the cup football, and then we've got the derby coming up just after that as well on the 27th of December. So, I'm disappointed the first half. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I'm raging the first half because it's exactly nothing that we associate ourselves with. But the second half is much better. I mean, I think anyone watching the game, they should have seen there was a bit of urgency. I think with 20 minutes to go, I've shouted there's 20 minutes to go, and I heard some of the players saying still 20. That's how much we had pinned in. But for all that being said, we still not scored. So that's an annoying thing. So we just need to go to next week now.
Thank you very much.